Shalom, Israel. It's your boy New Breed coming through with another live stream. I apologize in advance for any background noise. I got to deal with the elements. For everybody joining the chat, just put a 1 in the chat if everything is working properly. What's good with y'all? I see y'all rolling in. Okay, great. That's what's up. We got a real important topic today. Absolutely. I see y'all coming in. That's what's up, man. All praises to the Most High. It's a beautiful day. It's nice and peaceful out here. This is one of my go-to spots. As you come into the stream, make sure you hit the thumbs up. We got to talk about Narcs. We got to talk about infiltration. And we got to talk about the infamous smear campaign. Yes, this is very important. This is for all you targeted individuals out there or empowered individuals out there. This video is going to be very analytical. It's going to be a lot of astute observations. And this right here is going to protect a lot of us from imminent dangers that await, especially in these days, right? I'm gonna name some names, okay? I don't know if y'all familiar with these names, but let me name a couple names, right? Eugene Roberts. That's the detective that infiltrated Malcolm X security. Eugene Roberts. Eugene Roberts, he was a black man infiltrating another black man's organization, movement. Let's name another one. How about William O'Neill? William O'Neill, FBI informant against the Black Panthers. William O'Neill, another black man that was an informant against a black organization or movement. Now, there's new government files that just recently came out, that there was a massive amount of informants all over the Black Party, the Black Panther Party. I'm talking about every single chapter had informants, every single one. And of course, these informants had to look like us, right? Now, people throw the word agent around a lot. These men were actual agents who worked for the government. One thing about it, when you're a targeted individual, even if you're on the scope of the federal government, even if the federal government is watching you, they have to use your own people to infiltrate. So if you one who puts a target on your back because you're outspoken, because you're making some type of wave, you're creating some type of movement, what's going to happen is they have to use your own people to infiltrate that movement. They have to have the modern day Judas. They have to have it. So when you're speaking about gang stalking, you got to know that there's variations to it. Now, let me make this perfectly clear, ladies and gentlemen. Let me make this very clear. New Breed, me, myself, other YouTubers, true speakers on YouTube, we are just microcosms. In the YouTube community, we're microcosms as far as the government sees. We're really not an imminent threat because we're not under their radar to the point where we're that much of a threat. Let's just be completely transparent about this. A person who has 60,000 subscribers, right? The federal government really has no reason to watch that person. It's not enough. There are people on YouTube with billions, millions of subscribers. So let's make that clear. Let's make that perfectly clear. There are other brothers who believe that they are more important than they are, that the federal government is watching them. When it comes to the gang stalking program and targeted individuals, the infiltrators are not always government agents, ladies and gentlemen. The infiltrators are a lot of the times those people in your immediate circle, friends, family, associates. These are going to be the same people who infiltrate and create smear campaigns against you. It's not necessarily the federal government. All right? Now, you may have local law enforcement watching. All right? You may have local law enforcement watching. But as a whole, all our people are being watched. See, a lot of people want to sidetrack you from the big conversation. They don't mind you talking about being watched individually and your individual struggles. But when you shine the light on what's going on a wide scale, when you shine the light on what's going on a wide scale, and I'm talking about real surveillance, true surveillance, I want y'all to listen carefully. Your cell phone is the biggest gang stalker, not people on the streets. Your smart TV is a bigger gang stalker than people on the streets. They have all your information. They have your fingerprint. They have your eye scan. They have your likes, your dislikes. They have everything in that particular hub. That's a bigger gang stalker. So what that tells you is the people that you got to worry about infiltrating is not necessarily the federal government, not in this day and age. But you got to worry about what you do, how you conduct yourself, and you got to worry about, most of all, who you keep in your circle, who you keep around you. Now, let's talk about this. The smear campaign. This is what they all do. They create smear campaigns ultimately. King James, who authorized the 1611 King James Bible, it was a smear campaign ran against him. So this goes way back, ladies and gentlemen. The heathens don't use anything new. There's nothing new under the sun. The heathens do the same thing that they've been doing. See, the same man who authorized a book that condemned homosexuality, they actually convinced you he was a homosexual. That's how deep rooted the smear campaigns go. Let me tell you something. Every group, organization, movement, and individual has an infiltrator or a narc. That's one of the problems with organized religion I have. There are agents among them in every chapter. There's people who are working for organizations, and there are people who are just narcs. Now, narcs is short for narcissist, ladies and gentlemen. A narc is short for narcissist. So there's a lot of people with narcissistic tendencies, right? And these narcissistic tendencies won't allow them to right their own wrongs. And these narcs actually create smear campaigns as well. And they do it by projecting. This is how they do it. They project lies. And I'm telling you, these infiltrators tell such horrendous lies that only a low-level person will even believe what they're saying. I mean, it gets messy. And once you expose a demon, a narc, a narcissist, when you speak directly to that demon that narcissist has, you see even more of a demon come out of them. You see that demon become present. You see it manifest real time. Absolutely, they rage out. They just start talking crazy. That's what they do. Soon as you speak directly to that narc, you're going to see it come out. And this is why the scriptures are very obvious and apparent when it tells you, test the spirit. Test the spirit. Everybody that you're around, everybody that you're dealing with, everybody who's in your immediate circle, start testing their spirits, ladies and gentlemen. Test the people around you. Someone said Hollywood hires narcissists. Absolutely. They need people who can sleep at night after doing wickedness. Let me tell you, any great man who has lived, who has made an impact, who has taught, always had a negative connotation that was connected to him after he died, no matter what. That's how you know that you did something right in life. When people begin to make up lies and create stories about you, because listen, they gotta find something, even if they pull it out of nowhere. That's what a smear campaign is. So you wonder why people are lying on you. You wondering why people who have organized and came against you, and people are trying to pull other people into creating this campaign against you. It's because you're doing something right in your life, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm talking to all of y'all. Y'all doing something right. You know, don't get caught up in the fact that that person at that job is gossiping about you. Don't get caught up in that. And I know it's hard for somebody to lie on you, to just blatantly lie, and you have to deal with that. But listen, let me tell you something. No one who bears false witness goes unpunished. And I'm not talking about taking matters into your hands. I'm talking about nobody who bears false witness goes unpunished by the Heavenly Father. The Most High deals with these people. You're dealing with people who are carnal, who are fighting a spiritual war. They're trying to fight a war carnally, but the war is spiritual. They're trying to fight something carnally that's spiritual, ladies and gentlemen. That's the problem. You have spiritual fortitude. And people can see it. Don't trust people unless you test their spirit. Actions always going to speak louder than words. The actions of people will always speak louder than their words. You need to pay attention. You're living in a day and age where the narcissist is becoming empowered. The narcissist is becoming empowered. Absolutely, real Derek Jackson. You judge a tree by its fruits. Absolute facts. And that's just the truth of the matter. Like, you know, when it comes down to it, and this is a warning right here. This is a warning for a lot of brothers and sisters who are empowered. Brothers and sisters who have came into the knowledge of themselves and have, I would say, gained leadership skills. Sometimes we think we're born with leadership skills. Nah, these leadership skills are taught to you through a series of events that take place in your life that make you a leader. You know, some of us are taught to be leaders. But all in all, those who have learned and became leaders, you gotta know that the battle that you're facing is internal. And that's like 90% of the time. And when I say internal, I'm talking about the battle that you face within yourself, number one, and the battle internally within your people, within your community, within your organization, within those that you lead. Now, let's talk about it. There's a sin called familiarity. I read a book not too long ago. It was called The Sin of Familiarity. Very good book. Very good book. I can't remember the author's name right now, but I'm sure you can look up the book. The Sin of Familiarity, right? What this book taught me is that when people become familiar with you, not necessarily know you or know the inner man, know who you are, but just familiar, it gives them courage to try to overthrow any type of position you in. But here's the crazy part about it. They can't overthrow the position you in because the position you in is from a spiritual position, not a carnal position. So although they may have some familiarity with you and they may feel like they can use that familiarity to gain the courage or muster up the strength to try to throw stones or try to accomplish evil intentions against you, they don't have the spiritual fortitude. So what end up happening is the Most High deal with the sin of familiarity, and he's very strict against that sin. Because you got to understand, the Most High, one of his strongest commandments was to love your brother like you love yourself. Love your brother like you love yourself. Love your sister like you love yourself. So what happens is when you get that sin of familiarity, and you hear the word family in that word, familiarity, the sin of familiarity. Once you overstep your boundaries and you go above what you're supposed to do, what ends up happening is the Most High comes down on that real hard. He deals with that real, he doesn't deal with that lightly at all. All right? So there's a lot of narcissists out here. There's a lot of people out here you just got to look out for in this world. Real, no doubt about that. Yep. So you just got to beware. Be careful out here, ladies and gentlemen. People are always praying on your downfall when you're doing something right. It's just a reality. It's the reality of the situation. And remember, this is a spiritual war. It's not physical at all. We battle not against flesh and blood, but wickedness and principalities. When you're dealing with people, you talk directly to their spirits. You talk directly to those demons that's in them. Because brothers and sisters who can see, you know when it's a demon operating in somebody. You address that demon. You give that person an opportunity to address their own demons. That's how you deal with it. That's how you deal with narcs. That's how you deal with infiltrators. Absolutely. Somebody said, amen, spiritual warfare, not physical. For sure. And let me say this to y'all too. And I'm not going to speak against any other scoffers on YouTube. I'm not going to speak against any brothers and sisters who cast their stones and none of that. I'm not going to put nobody else's name. I'm not going to say nobody's name. It is what it is. But I will say this. I want to just say this to all my subscribers, followers, supporters, brothers and sisters in this chat. I want to say this. Blessed are the peacemakers. Blessed are the peacemakers. That's what the Bible says. And a lot of you brothers and sisters have displayed class personified. A lot of people who are following these videos, y'all have displayed class personified. Y'all been nothing short of righteous, godly people. I'm talking about y'all, man. Man, I was looking at some of the comments, and you brothers and sisters are on point. And that shows even further that the awakening just cannot be stopped. It just can't be stopped. We are waking up. We are becoming royal people, regal people, dealing with things, dealing with situations with class. And you brothers and sisters, I applaud you for being peacemakers. I applaud you for being real people, for being brothers and sisters who encourage, who try to build up and not break down. I applaud you, brothers and sisters, for not getting caught up in the smear campaigns that's being created, the lies. I applaud y'all for that. That's real. And a lot of y'all, I'm gonna be meeting y'all all over the world, man. I'm telling you, a lot of brothers and sisters are gonna come together. It's not all about separation. Let me make that clear. When I speak about being a loner, you gotta understand that there's a time that comes in your life where you gotta walk that Damascus road, where you gotta walk that lonely road, where you gotta purge the infidels from among you. You gotta get them out your circle. But then there's also a time to come together. There's also a time to build with like-minded people. And we gotta learn to use wisdom in these videos. You know, get what you can get from it. Because they will want us divided. And that's just the truth. Yes, Anne Marie says, New Breed, we are unstoppable. See, this is what I like to hear. We are conquerors, mighty warriors, love and unity. See, that's what I like to hear. Positivity, truth. And that's the absolute, honest to God truth. We are unstoppable, ladies and gentlemen. No demon can have any power over us. Christ said he gives us power to tread over serpents, demons, and every other wicked thing under the sun. Every other wicked thing under the sun. When we talk about gang stalking and narcs and infiltration, we talking about, this goes way back, ladies and gentlemen. This goes back from the ancient days, times of old. Christ was infiltrated by Judas. They ran a smear campaign on King James. They put a false image out there on King James. Yep, somebody said we are in the new age. Wise men, absolutely. You're absolutely correct. The awakening is growing day in, day out. I can feel it. Absolutely. Yep. Six Sound says demons controlled through fear and distractions. Absolutely. The Most High is not the author of confusion. Not the author of confusion. Everything must be done in an orderly fashion. He's about order. Black Sand says, let me see what you say here. Mental slavery worse than physical slavery. A lot of psychological and spiritual warfare. Absolutely. Absolutely. No weapons formed against us is going to prosper, ladies and gentlemen. Those people who are plotting, those people who are gossiping, those people who are backbiting against you, they'll have their day. They will have their day. They're fighting with carnal weapons in a spiritual battle. And they'll have their day. And that's what it's all about, ladies and gentlemen. I just wanted to spread some love, some positivity today, and give us a greater understanding of what this program is about. It's not about paranoia. It's not about, you know, staying on that low level. It's about actually becoming empowered, actually seeking more out of life, actually understanding our power. Far as targeted individuals go, this system have broadened their horizons. They have widened the spectrum. They got a scope on all of us. We are living in a surveillance state. They are watching us. Right now in this day and age, you have actually individuals who were gang stalked who are now becoming gang stalkers. Listen to me carefully. You got individuals who were gang stalked who are now becoming gang stalkers. We battle not against flesh and blood. When you see all this surveillance, all this technology being increased and enhanced, when you see 5G roll out, when you see contact tracing going on, when you see all these things going on, you know that they're watching the world. That's the wider spectrum. So when you see brothers and sisters chasing after people on the streets, you're looking at lunacy. And I'm going to tell you straight up, I'm warning you people, when you see brothers and sisters running after people in the streets, you're looking at lunacy. You are literally following people and recording people. You have become the gang stalker. People who have been gang stalked have become gang stalkers. Recording people and following people. Exactly what they started out doing in the program. It doesn't work like you think it does, ladies and gentlemen. They got technology now. They have technology now, ladies and gentlemen. They can see everything in your damn house through your TV. That's why you're supposed to unplug your TV. You're not supposed to leave your TV plugged in all the time with that little red light on. That's why when you're traveling abroad, you need one of those bags that actually protect your phone from being traced. See, we got to start moving wisely. The program of gang stalking and targeted individuals have changed, ladies and gentlemen. People are not growing with the times. And since they're not growing with the times, they're going crazy. They're losing their minds. Lunacy is striking. And that's what they wanted to do initially. That's what these gang stalkers and these organizations wanted to do to begin with. They wanted to weaponize people against their own people. They wanted to weaponize people against themselves. So their goal was to make you psychologically unstable or appear to be psychologically unstable. And you've actually become psychologically unstable. There's a lot of people who were gang stalked who didn't survive the program and become empowered. Brothers and sisters who are tuning in, we survived it. We became empowered. That's the difference between, what we do and how we conduct ourselves than a lot of other brothers and sisters. Yep. Absolutely. Somebody said they like to throw distractions. Absolutely. The game done changed. I said this once and I'll say this again. You don't have to worry about the system. First and foremost, deal with the first problem at hand. Our own people. And I'm going to continue preaching that. I'm going to continue telling you that the issues and situations that we got to face, our biggest issues come from our own people. It comes from our own kind, ladies and gentlemen. I'm telling you this right now. In fact, once austerity measures kick in, if there's a lack of food, if there's a lack of resources, those who are going to invade your household, those who are going to invade your property, those who are going to rob and steal from you are going to be people who look like you. I'm telling you that right now. That's the truth. And it seems like every organization, I don't own the rights to any music, it's background music. Any organization that comes against our people has to use an infiltrator. They have to use an infiltrator. They have to use your own people. They have to. That's the only way it works. Gang stalking doesn't work unless they use somebody who look like you. I'm going to continue telling y'all that those are the imminent threats. So we got to get out of um, this whole race thing. It's a reason why the media is making you obsessed with racism. It's a reason why they're making you obsessed with racism. We actually all need each other. I'm not with that racist stuff. I'm looking at the imminent threats that's in front of me. I deal with all nationalities, all people from all cultures, all walks of life. I deal with people from all walks of life. I understand that there are wicked people among me in my own kind. But they try to make you focus on that for a reason. And if you look at it, every organization that's set up to represent us, they do everything. Listen carefully. Every organization that's set up to represent us, they do everything in their power. Everything in their power to deflect our true problem. They do everything to blame other people. That's all these organizations do. They're set up to go ahead and divert their attention somewhere else. Let's blame the school system. Let's blame this. Let's blame that. Let's blame this person. Let's blame that person. Let's blame systematic racism. Let's blame the education system. Let's blame the justice system. Let's blame, let's blame the white man. It's like, when are we going to blame ourselves? When are we going to take a look from the outside looking in and say, listen, we got to get this right internally? That's what they're afraid of. And that's why the Black Panthers were infiltrated. Any organization that says, let's get right with ourselves, that's when they have to send people to infiltrate. Another example would be Malcolm X. Malcolm X was speaking segregation. He was saying, look, let's get right with ourselves. Let's focus on what we need to accomplish in our community. So they had to send somebody to infiltrate his security. They're always going to send infiltrators among those who are trying to empower their people. All right? Anybody who's trying to empower their people, they're going to send infiltrators, because this system does not want anyone empowered. All right? Although we already empowered because it's spiritual. They want to control everything. You want to talk about control, right? The people who rule this world are absolute control freaks, ladies and gentlemen. Control freaks. They want to know everything about you, your whereabouts, everything. They want to control the whole picture. They want to know what you eat, what you drink. They want to get a scan of your retinal. They want your fingerprint. They want to know how you spend your money. They want control over everything. They want to know everything. The real control freaks. So anytime you're trying to empower yourself or empower your people or empower those around you, anytime you have an immediate effect on individuals, I'm talking about even in your everyday walk, ladies and gentlemen. In your everyday walk, when you at work, when you dealing among people, there's something in a lot of you brothers and sisters who have awakened that influence and actually encourage individuals. And you don't even know it. You don't even have to say nothing, y'all. You don't even have to say nothing. You don't even have to say anything, ladies and gentlemen. It's just, it's a light in you. The way you carry yourselves. Your royalty is something beaming from you. There's something that changed in your spirit that people gravitate towards. People are jealous about that, ladies and gentlemen, because it's something that they lack. I'm talking to all of y'all brothers and sisters who can see. When you go to work and you just minding your business, you're not saying nothing to nobody. Listen, when I'm working, man, I keep to myself so much. I mean, I just stay. I mean, I'm just not even. I don't see nobody. I don't hear nothing. I don't see nobody. Listen, when I'm working, I got my headphones. I'm listening to spiritual stuff, y'all. I'm listening to stuff that I'm doing my job, and it's just elevating me all day, all day, all day. It's just elevating me. You know what I'm saying? And can't nothing bother me. That's how you gotta be every day. Like, can't nothing penetrate you. Like, you gotta have that peace. People often wonder why I'm so calm. Like, I'm a very chill person because I have peace. Well, if you come into my home, when you come into my home, you're gonna automatically feel peace. You're gonna feel a positive energy because the Most High is, I know His power in my life, man. I seen Him take me out of the grimiest streets. I seen Him take me out of the grimiest streets. Take me out of situations that a lot of brothers not wasn't even supposed to survive. Listen, I've seen my life flash before my eyes several times, and He took me out of that. Like, I have nothing but peace in this day and age because I know the Most High working, man. I know it's nothing like knowing the Father's protecting you day in and day out, knowing He's there, feeling His presence. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing like that. It gives you such a peace. And it's a shame that a lot of brothers don't know what that feel like. A lot of sisters don't know what that feel like. They don't know what it feels like to be with the Most High, to be in His presence. They don't know what it's like. That's a shame, man. That's a shame not to have that feeling. I tell you, it's a shame. But a lot of y'all, man, all y'all do is just carry yourself a certain way. You ain't got to say nothing. You ain't got to do nothing spectacular. It's just eyes on you. And then you have the narcs. Then you're going to have those little sharks. Because this is shark-infested water. Remember, the Bible tell you to move wise as a serpent, but harmless as a dove. Then you're going to have those vultures. They're going to be looking at you. All my Benjamite brothers, my Jamaican brothers call it red eye. They're going to be looking at you with malice, contempt, red eye. And they're going to be like, who she think she is? Who he think he is? You know? Always at peace. Let me tell you something. A person who is angry at you because you're calm is a person who cannot survive what you've been through. That's a person who cannot bear what you can bear. A person who is rattled by your peace has a demon. But you're going to have those people. They're going to be watching, and they're going to be like, and these people be at work too. Something can go wrong, right? Something can go wrong at your job. And everybody is running around like chickens with their head cut off. Let me give you an example. Every time HR or every time there's a big corporation or company coming to your job, or the supervisor's coming in today, or some type of inspection coming in, right? Everybody is running around like chickens with their heads cut off. They're full of worry. They feel like they're going to lose their damn job. They feel like something's going to happen. You know, but you, chosen brothers and sisters, y'all be the ones that's like, I don't give a damn about this inspection. The Most High gave me this damn job. The Most High put me here. If it's my time to go, I'ma go. Y'all running around looking crazy over this damn inspection. I don't give a damn about this inspection. Because the Most High put that spirit of peace in you. And can't no infiltrator stop that. Can't no narcissist stop that. And yes, you got spiritual narcissists as well. You got spiritual narcissists. They get to playing with crystals, and they get to playing with black magic. They get to casting spells and burning things and and getting pentagrams and putting your name in it. They get to do it. They got spiritual narcissists. It's like this dude, this person here has too much peace. I gotta muddy the waters. I gotta muddy the waters. I'm telling you, people, beware. You in those times, ladies and gentlemen. You in those times. They there. The demons are manifesting in people, and they come out real time. You can see them. One thing about it, when you have the eyes to see, when these demons manifest, you see them. I tell you, I see demons on people. I see them clear as day. Some of these people got legions of spirits. You think that you're dealing with just a person. No, man. Satan, he be using people. I'm talking about he moves around. When you talk about the Antichrist, a lot of brothers and sisters think that the Antichrist is this one man who's going to rise up, I'm the Antichrist, bow, worship me. No. In Paul's writings, he said, even in my time, there are many Antichrists. Even in my time, there are many Antichrists. When people hate you for Christ's name's sake, they're Antichrist. That's an Antichrist. They're everywhere. Just like the spirit of the Most High moves, the spirit of the Antichrist moves through people too. He sends infestations of demons and spirits in people. They jump in and out. I'm talking about people don't even know what they did or said. I watch people do things that don't even remember what was said, what was done, because that spirit just jumped in them. Listen, when I first began to be gang stalked, when the program first started, I knew it was spiritual initially. I never thought that it was an organization. It was only, let me clarify that. I did have Freemasons watching me for whatever reason. Well, I know the reason. I had an enemy with a Freemason. So that on the physical level, I did have Freemasons who had issues with me. But when my program first started, I knew it was spiritual because I seen that the people who were displaying certain behaviors, right, they didn't have control over themselves. Like, they didn't have control over their bodies. Like, if you're walking down the street and you're seeing people's heads turn simultaneously, it looked just like the movie Fallen with Denzel Washington. I mean, seriously, if y'all never seen the movie Fallen with Denzel Washington, I want you to watch that movie. That's how it works. I'm talking about, it's so spiritual, ladies and gentlemen. Like, these demons would be jumping and manifesting into people. I mean, it would be people who would walk by me and would be whispering under their breath. And I'm like, talking to themselves. It's like they didn't have no type of control over their body, over their mind, what they do. And I was like, man, this is strange. This gotta be Satan, man. It's like Satan gotta be operating in these people. They gotta be. And let me tell you, Satan, demons can only inhabit people who lack strength in the spiritual realm. They have spiritual deficiencies. Only people with spiritual deficiencies these demons can jump into and use. Somebody said it's on Netflix. That's what's up. That's one of my all-time favorite movies right there, because I seen that movie after I was experiencing what we call today gang stalking. I mean, it was like, wow, this gotta be spiritual, man. Like, it gotta be a spiritual battle. This can't be fleshly and carnal. It can't be. Like, yeah, somebody said, I'm gonna watch it today. You're not gonna regret it. It's gonna literally show you how demons operate. Also, the Truman Show, that's another one. That's another one to show you how street theater is conducted, how the Truman Show dropped some jewels, because in a lot of places, especially in suburbia, because y'all got to understand, this gang stalking is not just for black people. Let me clear that up too. Gang stalking is not just for black people. In suburbia, there are certain individuals who are born into occult families. And this is why we gotta speak to everybody. It's our duty and our due diligence to preach to everybody and get race out of it. Let me tell you something. There's brothers and sisters in the suburbs right now who were born into Freemason families, occult families. And their family, from the day they was born, have been watching them, keeping a close eye on them, making sure they follow the same demonic traditions. That's why, it's sort of like the Truman Show. Your whole movie is already, the whole movie, his life was planned. It was like a TV show. Now, when you look at what's going on in suburban America, there's certain individuals who born into certain families who are actually waking up. There's brothers and sisters of all races who reach out to me like, I was born into a Freemason family. I'm talking about white brothers. I'm talking about Spanish. I'm talking about every race reach out talking about this. I was born into an occult family. Some people were born into straight up Satanist family. I'm talking about Christian by day, Satanist by night. And there's another movie I want to throw at y'all. Watch Rosemary's Baby. Rosemary's Baby. It shows you how community mobbing goes. How they'll pick a perp and channel in on one person. And this is how it goes down in suburbia. Now, in the black community, it's so much dysfunction. It's so much destruction that they did over time with infiltration and breaking us down. They don't have to utilize the same tactics. They put a system in place where we'll tear each other down with we'll do it to each other. Now, the only thing that they'll do is incentivize. They'll incentivize a brother or sister for tearing their own people down, for speaking against the community, for talking about destroying and putting drugs in the community. They'll give a brother or sister an incentive to go against the grain and sell your people out. But far as them organizing and mobbing the same way that they do in the suburbs, it's just not happening that way. It's not happening that way. On our end, it's too much dysfunction for that. They don't need all that. Only thing they need is infiltrators. Now, I'll say this as well. There are gangs that have agents. There are gangs who have FBI informants. There are gangs who have law enforcement involved. And you have infiltration on groups like that. As also organized religion. A lot of organized religion. And that's why I don't deal with organized religion. I can't follow any groups. I can't follow any churches. I can't follow any camps. I can't do it because it's too... a lot of these brothers and sisters think, who are in these organizations, that the outside forces are what they got to worry about. I'm telling you, every church chapter, every brother and sister who got a group, got an organization, the people that you really got to worry about is the people in that organization. I promise you, there's people in your organization that are perps. There are people there who are infiltrating. And that's why, I operate like a church with no walls, man. The spirit moves. I got brothers and sisters from all over the world, which reminds me, ladies and gentlemen, every Sunday, 12 o'clock Eastern time, we have a prayer line. If you go to my community section, you can see the number to that prayer line. That is powerful. That's what we need in this day and age. I want y'all to call in. Call in the prayer line. It's for men. It's a men's prayer line. Let me make that clear. If you are a woman who wants to call in, then you're going to have to call in silence. Unless you have a prayer request, all right? You can call in with a prayer request. Don't call in to teach, okay? Call in, request your prayer. Let the brothers pray for you, okay? Now, that's how it works. It's organized. But, brothers from all over the world, overseas, and I call there Sunday at 12 o'clock. So if you want to talk to me directly, call the prayer line 12 o'clock on Sundays. That's how we'll do our direct connection, because right now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to pray against all these devices that's coming against us. And so that's how we moving, man. It's the day and age that stay sharp. Be around like-minded people. People who are going to encourage you, build you up, and not break you down. People who are going to pray for you to rise and overcome your 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 tough times and your situations. Those people who are going to help you to heal. So, that's what I wanted to talk about, ladies and gentlemen. We've been going on for 50 minutes, man. When that spirit moving, it don't even seem like I be on these lives that long because I feel like I'm being connected with good people. But let me read a few of y'all's comments before I close out, man. You know how we do it. Iron sharpen iron, no doubt about that. Facts. Somebody said I hear a red cardinal in the background. Yeah, we out here in nature. I want y'all to look at that. Y'all see the water? See the ducks? It's beautiful. You know what I'm saying? That's the Most High God's blessings. Nature, spend time in nature. Get you that vitamin D. Somebody said people always saying 222 and 333, repeating numbers. Yeah, I feel you. Somebody said what? What was the prayer line? It's on my community section. So just go to my community section, and the number should be there. Somebody said we love you, Breed. I love y'all too, man. All praises to the Most High. Facts. Connecting with the universe. True that. Yeah. And I know a lot of y'all got some great testimonies too. We gotta get for some reason, like I either lost or misplaced the other line that I had to have call-ins. But as soon as possible, I'm gonna get another line so we could do call-ins on Friday nights. Cause I miss that, man. I miss y'all calling in. Man, it's beautiful outside, man. Y'all smash that thumbs up button, man. We at Q&A. We are in Q&A. You can fire away. You can ask me whatever. You can ask me whatever if you want anything cleared up in the air, because I know it's been a lot of scoffing going on. I know it's been a lot of allegations against me. I know it's been a lot of lies, a lot of rumors. That comes with the territory. So if you want to fire away about that, or you want to fire about anything that I teach, anything that you may find controversial, I'm willing to answer y'all questions for the next 10 minutes. So, use this time to gain some understanding so we can be completely clear and transparent with each other. But before I do so, y'all make sure y'all match the thumbs up. Let's try to get the thumbs up to 400. We got 522 in here. You know what I'm saying? Show y'all support, especially if you getting knowledge from this. You know what I mean? Just get them likes up. Just show your support, I appreciate y'all, man. Love, man. Positive vibration. No negativity, man. We get that negativity out of here. We get it out of here. Somebody got a question. Here we go. Do you think the spiritual realm is getting stronger, New Breed? Absolutely. This whole battle that we're facing in this world is coming directly from the spiritual realm. It's just manifesting physically. And that's why you see people losing their minds. Like if you go to the city right now, people don't look the same. People not acting the same. Something's going on where the spirit realm is manifesting. Even on the positive side too, we gotta add balance to it. There are angelic forces working among us as well. God got his angels too. He got people operating among us too. How do you feel about LCJ Church? I don't know about that church. Let's see. Do all people have the possibility of being redeemed? Even high degree Satanists? It's a good question. But the answer is yeah, all people do have the capabilities of being redeemed. I've actually seen testimonies of people who were in Satan, were grown up in families that they were straight up Satanists, sacrificing people and everything. And they've come into some level of truth and morality. So at least they appear to be in some type of truth or morality, but yeah. Quizzy says, what does it mean when you are the only one in your family that's following God and everybody else seems like their behavior or the way they act is with the devil? You teach them, you make it apparent of the God you serve, and most of all, you protect yourself. Because you're living in a time where it can be dangerous if you're the only person who can see. It means you have woken up. It means you can see. But be careful. Because sometimes when you continue to be around people who can't see, then they may have levels of persecution with you. But use balance, use wisdom, use logic. If you see spirits coming out against you, speak against the spirits and don't take anything personal. Deal with the spirits in people. Always deal with people's spirits and what's ever connected to them. Don't never take nothing personal. Because it's not personal. Somebody said your thoughts on the new Beyonce video. I haven't seen that video. I could just tell you this now. Anything Beyonce put out most likely is going to be satanic and detrimental to young girls. Why only men for the prayer line? No, it's not only men for the prayer line. Anybody can call in, but it's done very orderly. That's all I'm saying. Anybody can come in. What you do is you call in and you request a prayer. If you got something going on in your life that you need prayer for, you call in and request a prayer. You can call in and say, hey, I'm from New Breed's channel and whatnot. New Breed sent me here. Hey, how's it going? I got a prayer request. That's how it works. That's how it works. Let's see. Do you believe in reincarnation? That's a very complicated topic. I tell you what, go back into my archives on my videos and check out what I talked about in regards to reincarnation. I have a video called The Truth About Reincarnation. Thank you for the donation. Appreciate it. Thank y'all, ladies and gentlemen, for another great stream. What I want y'all to do is, if you're not following me on Patreon, I'll leave a link in the description box. Also, follow me on Instagram. I'll leave a link in the description box as well. I'd like to thank y'all for supporting. Thank you for being keepers of the peace. Thank you for being righteous. Thank you for being enlightened. The time is coming where we sound the alarm, we wake up. Love y'all as always. Y'all have a beautiful day. Blessings, shalom, and peace.